The testimony of IgG Plus natural colostrum skim milk product users. Once in the morning and once at night, approximately for 10 days. You can feel the difference in about 4 to 5 days. I think those going for dialysis alone, there must be more than 500 cases. His hand has got its redness back. Normally those who go for dialysis, their hands are pale. To see results, the most is 5 days. Ask him to take it. Force him to take it. He or she will definitely know and feel the results. In 5 days, he will realize the difference. After 5 days, you don't have to force him. He will take it on his own. We have proof of this. The medication will relieve the illness and he will be able to withstand the illness. When the illness returns, you can't fight it, but by using this product, one can fight the illness. It is not a medication. It is an antibody. Why don't we get ill when we are young? That's because the antibodies are strong. When we are older, the antibodies are less strong and you become weak like me. I'm not very well because of my age. I'm more than 70. But if I didn't have this milk, I would be weak. I wouldn't be able to be up and about. Because you can fight the illness, we can be well. It will rejuvenate us by 10 years. Everyone who drinks this milk, their radiance will return. Those who do not look well will look more radiant. If that's not true, we'll return your money. You don't need to pay. If you're having diabetes, you must take it. If you don't get relief from your diabetes, you will not get gangrene because the blood flows to the ends of your fingers. Blood flows well. I just had a wound. I have a serious case of diabetes. This milk is expensive, a little more than 100 ringgit. You could go to the hospital if you don't have money, but there's no guarantee they will not amputate your foot. If you take its value of more than 130 ringgit a box, even if you have diabetes, you don't have to amputate. I had a liver problem. The cost of the operation was 250,000 ringgit. I almost died. 250,000 ringgit exclusive of medical costs. Inclusive of medical costs would be about 300,000 ringgit. My age is more than 70. I thought I would die. But when I drank the milk, I was okay. The doctor said there were only 2 ways to settle my medical condition. One was to have a liver transplant and the other was operation. Luckily, God has given us this milk. If around the house one can't walk, after drinking this milk, he would be able to walk in 3 days' time. If his condition is not bad, 5 days. Those who are healthy don't need to drink the milk at night. If you do, you won't be able to sleep at night. The milk is not heaty, but your body would be very energetic. You would be very active. You will know and feel it. This is a testimony. Whoever drinks this milk will know. It isn't difficult to promote this. One who buys 5 packets and tries it will see the difference. If one is undergoing dialysis, 5 packets will not be sufficient. Our motive for taking this milk is for those undergoing dialysis treatments, but it will also prevent all other forms of illness. From there, we evaluate the quality and potency of this drink. Very effective. Your doctor say you have problems with your nerves, your back, or a cough, insomnia, or flu. You probably might get 5 different medication to be taken over 4 days, and he will give you medical leave for 4 days. You would probably pay a minimum of 80 ringgit up till about 100 ringgit. You would be relieved, but I'm sure after 2 to 3 months you would relapse. It would only be a painkiller. But this, if you take IgG Plus, there would be a complete relief. Antibodies have strengthened itself in our bodies, protecting us from illness. You don't need to listen to anyone. Just go home and think for yourself. Why, when I was young, I wasn't sick so frequently? Because the antibodies were strong. Even if you have doubts, you will know when you take this drink. Why do we feel the difference? It's all because of the antibodies. You can die if there were no antibodies in it. For those with acquired immune deficiency syndrome or AIDS, this product can be of some assistance. Let's take leukemia. Look at the many cases I have compiled. Some cases are in Kuala Lumpur, but mostly it's in Alor Star. This is a stroke case. One would think the patient would have died. his loss of speech and use of his faculties. After consuming this drink, okay, he could go for a walk. He took only 1 box continuously. He is still very much alive and well. He was in Pantai Medical Center for about a month. Because of the high cost, after about 14 to 15 days, he was asked by PMC to seek treatment at the General Hospital in Alustar. He wasn't keen about this, so he decided to go back home. He knew my wife's younger siblings, so when I went to see him, I asked him to take this milk. He wasn't keen as PMC had given milk which cost about 8 ringgit a tin, but wasn't effective. Mine is only 4 ringgit. I told him, I coaxed him to take it. It only took 3 days. This is unbelievable. He was able to use his fingers to roll tobacco leaves and eat half a packet of nasi lemak. His son-in-law that morning itself wanted 3 boxes of the milk for the elderly people in his area. Here's another case from Kelantan. Breast cancer. She had to have one of her breasts removed. The other breast would have also been affected and she would have died. But now she's fine. She's back to teaching. Her home is nearby at Taman College. This milk, unless you have taken it, you would never believe the tremendous effects it has. Like us, we never believed in it before. After taking 5 packets, then you realize its effects. We also make our grandchildren drink the milk and they are all healthy. It can cure dengue, hemorrhagic dengue, as well as mental disorders. For these cases, only once will do. Unless serious cases, give the patient 2 packets of the milk. Yes, there have been cases of mental illness and they have been cured. If you want to see, go to the corner nearby and see for yourself the Chinese gentleman I'm referring to. He can now drive, take care of his children and do other things. Prior to this, he had a serious case of insanity. For those affected by insanity, 1 packet a day is sufficient. He could not afford, so I just gave him the packets of milk. His elder brother had hepatitis C and his liver was affected by cancer. He asked me if he could take it and I replied, sure, try it. I told him to try it. He took a box and tried. I told him to give it to his brother. He took another box. Eventually, he took 15 packets, not a full box. There is a cousin in Jitra also suffering from a case of insanity. It was hereditary from grandparents, his mother and now him. After taking IgG+, he's fine. Whatever the ailment, IgG+ is the answer. Take this milk and you'll be okay. Go and sell it. Don't hesitate. That's why I don't sell any other product. Other products that people take, they take it for months, only then others know. Sometimes others don't know what product these people are taking. If these products don't include IgG, then they can't be good. The most important is IgG. Other products don't have IgG. There are some American products which have IgG, but only a small portion is made up of IgG and it is expensive. 15 packets for 180 ringgit. The packet is slightly longer and costs 180 ringgit. That's much more expensive than this IgG+. That product only contains 15 packets that lasts for 15 days. Ours, IgG+, can last for 30 days. Normal ailments like fatigue take only 1 box, and that's the end of the story. Those who consume many packets are those suffering from kidney malfunction, paralysis, heart ailments and stroke. For those with heart problem, you should not stop consuming this milk. When you feel better, take a packet every 2 days. For those with weak hearts, the results are faster because of the fat accumulating around the heart, not blocked arteries. The milk will burn the fat. For weak heart conditions, 2 to 3 boxes will ease the condition. If there are blockages, then you need several boxes of the milk. The important thing is what we say is true and people believe us. When one is cured, we are satisfied and people won't say that we are lying. All will believe. Here in Alustar, when there are unusual illnesses, they say, aspa le. Asthma is usually like that, makes one breathless, but not all forms of asthma. Sometimes 50% can go up to 60%, but only once. After that, there is no need for pumps. This milk, when consumed, can sometimes cause swelling all over. Continue to take it. It swells because toxins are yet to be released. When you take the IgG+, you would sweat as if having a bath, if not pass out a lot of urine. The best of course is to have diarrhea, that too 2 to 3 times only. It would be continuous for a week, but it wouldn't be like having a stomach ache. You just give it whatever the illness because this product has IgG, an antibody. Everyone needs antibody. No antibody, the grave is the place. Without antibodies, you can't live.